Okay, so I had shared Psalm 139:23 with you, and I'm going to share Psalm 141 and verse 3 and Psalm 143 verse 10. Okay, so Psalm 141 verse 3 is, take control of what I say, O Lord, and guard my lips. That's a blatant statement. Like we need to be praying that like now anyway, whether we're married or not. But definitely in a marriage, you want Jesus, you want the Lord to definitely every day, take control of what you say, because a house that is occupied by two people that can simultaneously and continuously pray and meditate on a scripture like that. And I'm not saying that it's always going to be something that's easy. I don't want anyone to get it twisted in that way. But to even initiate this and to try to make it be a focus and a point, it makes it that much easier. And so certain conversations that may be a bit more challenging, I guess you could say, he's already in the midst given the words to say, because he's spewing out of each of your mouths. And so sometimes even the things that are challenging can end up turning into something that ends up being a loving situation. You know how saints don't come for me, blessed God. Not necessarily exactly in this manner, but one of my favorite movies from college for real was Belly. And DMX, God rest his soul, played Tommy to the T, literally to the T, you hear me? And I can remember a part where I can't remember, I don't know why I can't remember his girlfriend's name on there, but I remember she was a singer, pretty chocolate chick, but she got upset with him, and she got upset with him, and I guess after he got out the shower, she's going off and and he was just like, listen, and he threw up against the wall, and then next thing you know, it turns, now given they weren't married, but I'm just saying, like, in a marriage, because you want things to be a little spicy sometimes too. And I'm not saying to be, that aggressive, and then sometimes you might want to be that aggressive. Just be careful, okay? But sometimes those things that turn into verbal challenges can end in a loving situation, if that makes sense. I'm gonna leave it there, okay? Because it's PG-13. Blessed God. And we're going into Psalm 143 and 10. Teach me to do your will, for you are my God. May your gracious spirit lead me forward on a firm footing. And I've been getting all of these. I got all of these from the New Living Translation, okay? So teach me to do your will. So it is his will ultimately. And I say this often, not all the time, but often. Like, the purpose of marriage is God's will anyway. Just like our lives, like ultimately, even individually, yes, God has a purpose for us, but collectively as a unit, as a couple, as a kingdom couple, And especially, man, when God has ordained a marriage, when he has brought two people specifically together, that is a beautiful thing. And when you see it in the spirit, it's like, it's it's one of those things like, oh Jesus, I don't want to be anxious, but I am definitely excited about what you are getting ready to do. And especially now that you have shown us, definitely with me, shown me what more marriage is about, other than just, being sexual without being on the wrong side of and fornicating, you know what I'm saying? So the responsibility of it and the stewardship behind it. And not to say that, I know everything, but we're not gonna know everything. That's like being in school too. He's teaching. You're learning the person even still, because we are ever-changing people. So you're learning the person. You're learning more about him. He's steadily teaching and cultivating you through this and showing you how you should do things, how you should say things, how you should present this. And you just stay open to it. So it's like, teach me to do your will, because ultimately it is your will that will be done in this anyway. So teach me to do it. Say, because you are my God. You are my God. Yeah? Yeah. So I pray that this has been enlightening to you all. I pray that, you have enjoyed this time. And I definitely pray, God's blessings upon you all. And please pray with an A, not an E. God's blessings upon me and what he's doing with me, and how he's, preparing me for, who he has for me. And blessed God, I'm excited to see, everything that God is doing in this season, whether marriage and outside of, because he's definitely using us in very unorthodox ways to get what he wants done in the earth done. Yeah, and it's not going to look like the typical. It's not going to look like the typical. He's allowing us. That's why he's steadily cultivating us. Yeah. So I'm not sure what September is going to look like as far as Marriage Talk Monday goes, but I'm feeling an unction in my spirit to definitely do a 30 days of praise again. For any of you who have known, like in years past, usually when it's a 30-day month, I missed April, but usually when it's a 30-day month, I'll do a 30 days of praise. So we'll see how that pans out as far as like Marriage Talk Monday goes. And however God leads me to move in that vein, then I'll move in that vein, and I'll keep you posted. I will still be posting music. I think that is a beautiful thing, and you can kind of get a taste of, my taste in music too. I'm an 80s baby. I grew up listening to things that my aunt, my mother, and my grandmother listened to. So I have a nice little array of music. And so all of that coming into, the 90s and some of the 2000s, some of it. But I'm an old school girl. But anyway, I'll be sharing that as well. And once again, I pray you all have a blessed rest of your Monday evening. Have an awesome Tuesday. Wake up praying, talking to God, blessing God for the day, and pray for somebody else. And start it off with a smile, okay? You smile hard enough, you trick yourself into being so happy you don't even know what you... Like, I'm happy, I'm joyous because the Lord woke me up. Yeah. But you guys have a blessed evening, and I will catch you in the next one. This has been Marriage Talk Monday, and we'll just see you in September. Right? Yeah.